Welcome to the RawXchange. It's your boy Trev G, along with Posh, MJ, and Ian. And, guys, I was thinking this week, I had an encounter with somebody probably about 2 weeks ago, and I thought I did this weird shit that nobody else ever did. And what that weird shit is my, eyelids hurt at times, so I'll pluck them out so they don't hurt anymore. And I thought I was a weirdo, and I only did that myself. And the other day I was doing it probably about a week and a half ago, and then somebody was like, well, what are you doing? I was like, well, my eyelids hurt right now, so I'm just plucking them. They go, oh, shit, I didn't know other people do that, too. And I had an epiphany. I was like, oh, I didn't think anybody did it as well. So I wanted to ask you guys, is there something that you think or could recollect that you thought you were a weirdo or the only person that did it, and then to find out somebody else actually does it as well?
What do you mean you pluck your eye?
So, like
my eyelids never hurt, bro.
You see it right here? And I would just pluck it. Like,
you mean
it
it gets sore at the tip? Like,
yeah, exactly. It hurts at
like when you're getting pink eye or some shit?
No, it just hurts.
Just
like
pull it out.
Man, it's crazy because I was like, I pulled out probably like 6 at one shot, and it just relieves.
Wow,
those needed to go. The eyelashes needed to go.
So out of this crew, nobody else does that.
No, bro.
No, nigga. I've
done it.
Having eyelashes.
I think I've done it before. I know what you mean, though, bro.
But for me, I was just like shocked because I thought that was just something weird that I did. And then to find out that somebody else, I still think it is. But for somebody else to go, oh, I do that too, and I was like, all right, well, I guess it's not that weird.
No, it's weird. It's just a lot of obviously.
Again, I'm not negating that it's weird. I just thought I was the only motherfucker that did it.
No, you kind of are. You know.
Well, thanks.
I used to
pull them out, not pull. Like as far as pull them away from my eye, but never actually like pull the hair out.
Oh wow, yeah. I got to see the root, bro. The root has to come out for it to feel.
That looked like a good one.
I'm telling you, but I wonder why that is. Maybe I should ask my eye doctor if that's like an issue. I don't know. Yeah. And just so everybody understands that side voice that you probably might know from a radio station, we have Little Sean from Power 95.3 here as well. So we want to welcome
me, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you for coming on.
Congratulations on the cast and the podcast and everything.
Thank
you.
Congrats to you guys, for real.
Appreciate that. So nobody else ain't got no weird shit?
Yeah, like, have you ever been like on a baseball field and after it rained and it dried up and stuff, the clay kind of cracks up or whatever?
Yeah.
That used to freak me out, so I used to just take my foot and like smooth it all out.
Why?
I don't know.
That's kind of like me with holes and little things in the holes.
I hate that. I hate that. But I saw it on Snapchat. It's called a trichophobia or something like that. When you hate like a whole bunch of holes and like something in it, or whatever. It's weird as fuck. Certain holes. Certain holes.
Oh my God.
Right. Well, I found out somebody used to put their pillow in their freezer. I used to do that too.
Oh my God, that was I remember the first time, right, that I was at Ian's house, and I think because we were young, so what we used to do, I think this is
so weird.
I think the cool side of the pillow, you know what I'm saying?
But for real.
I'm dead ass,
So I used to stay the night on Wednesdays at his house because we would go to church together. And then he would come stay the weekend at my crib. And I remember one time I went there, bro, and I remember I think I needed ice or something. I opened, I'm like, who the fuck puts a pillow in the freezer? And he's like, bro, it's cool, trust me. And I'm like, trust me, don't get me wrong, I want a cool ass pillow, nigga, but I ain't never put a pillow in the fucking freezer, bro.
But you like that shit though.
It was different. Yeah.
Hey, Ma, you put my pillow in the fridge?
I'm not talking about putting my head on your pillow
all the
either,
time,
nigga.
but listen,
wow,
especially in New York, you don't have like central AC and shit, so that's where that shit really started. You feel me? Like hot ass heat wave. You go inside, ain't no AC. The fan, you just got a window fan. They ain't doing shit but sucking in the hot air. So you fucking just put in, the pillow, lay down.
Your pillow smelling like ground beef and Hot Pockets.
Like you was really fucking poor because I'm from fucking Jersey and we didn't have central AC, but we had the fucking AC that goes in the window unit. Like we was never. Those were we had to stick pillows in the fridge.
Two
like
rooms.
God damn.
Nah, that's just Ian, bro.
That shit was struggling as fuck.
No, but listen though, that shit's gonna get patent. Watch.
Nigga, they already did that shit. It's called Cool Gel. You can buy the pillow.
I know.
And it's cooling gel. They did that shit. Your time is over.
I like where he's going, though. I like where he's going. Keep thinking that way, my man. You never know. Maybe some pillow covers that you don't store in the
that stays
in the
cool.
fridge.
What?
I don't know. Maybe like Ziploc bags or something.
At first, I was thinking about a plug-in pillow, but if you sleep in that has a shortage and you like blow
My
up,
pillow killed me.
yeah, you feel me? That wouldn't be good.
Why is my
So
pillow
I'm
hot?
like,
It's supposed to be cold.
Yo.
So, Posh, you just normal? You don't got no weird
The
shit?
only thing that I could think of is I like popping pimples, but that's
all women.
Yeah, that is all.
Yo, that's all women. They just like.
If I'm
So you like
close
watching those
to
videos
you,
too?
They like seeing shit explode.
If I'm close to you, I will pop your pimple, but I can't just go up
So
to
when
like
we know
random.
when Posh
Hold
come
on.
and pop one of our pimples, we know it's real.
So you're saying that you're in the line at the ATM, you see somebody with
That's-
a big ass pimple in the back, you gonna pop it.
Never mind everything I just said. Don't mind him.
Excuse me, can I pop your pimple?
See Posh in the streets. I got this shit on my back. Can you
because
just?
this nigga's a fucking
You
idiot
ever
right
popped
now.
a
Like I
stranger's pimple?
said,
Have you ever though?
No.
Yo,
Because you ever see it pass by strangers like at Walmart, you see them
No.
little
Let me get that
big
for you,
white
bro.
ones just hanging out.
Like I can't be a doctor doing it.
Yo,
Like I can't. That's way
what
too
about
much.
the people
but,
with the
like,
phlegm? That
Oh,
shit,
that-
when they're talking and it just
Oh, and the white
spreads.
shit?
Like, what is that? Where is that coming from?
Oh, dry mouth asshole.
Oh, and then it slowly disappears like it's eating it. Like, yo, that should be like.
And then when they're talking to you, all you're doing is just staring at it.
And you're doing like this to yourself, kind of see if they'll get it. You'll see if they'll do it. Like, all right.
the booger at the tip where it's just flying, like sucking in and out. Yeah.
Yo, anyways, I'm over this.
Something weird I used to do, I ain't gonna lie. When I was like in second grade, I don't know why, but I used to bite chalk and I used to feel the way it felt between my teeth.
What?
grinding
Those
it.
people.
I used to
You
grind
ate
chalk with my
chalk?
teeth. Like, no, I never
Isn't it-
swallowed it.
What? Hold on,
that
wait,
show
wash your
where
mouth
people-
out and spit it out?
What was that
got
show
my
where
fix,
people
thanks.
eat
White,
bread
like white
shit?
spit. But I
You
used to
know
like
what
the way
that
I used
means?
to grind like in between my teeth like
When
that.
people eat like chalk or if people eat like, believe it or not, people crave like chalky like fucking sheetrock.
Nah, I'm
It's
not like that.
because
What?
yes,
Your
there's
body's
Yo, you
missing
gonna-
an
they're
element.
missing I think is vitamin D, and that's why your body craves like chalky like whatever.
Okay.
I was
Yeah, I
skinny as
just gotta
hell
go
when I was
get some-
I was probably missing a lot of vitamins.
Vitamin D.
I remember one day I had chalk in my hand and a cookie, and I ate the chalk by mistake, and I didn't like that shit. That was not cool at all.
The
That
cookie
nigga
didn't taste
story.
the same after
Yo,
that.
I was mad, dog. I was like, how'd you even do that?
Chalk
I was
shit.
pissed.
Cookie.
Crunched into that.
So, as many of you guys are aware, RX turned 1 year old last week. Sorry. We do want to say thank you for everybody that's rocked with us at work, in your car, all over.
That's big,
with
man.
the
Congratulations,
downloads.
guys, for
Yeah,
real,
thank you.
man.
Yeah, it's been a lot, in which we're gonna get to because that's what
of a
today's episode is about. But we had a couple flat tires, a couple of tune-ups, and we dropped some passengers off along the way. But today we're gonna go into detail about some of our trials and tribulations, along with our very special guest, Little Sean from Power 95.3. Before that, we want to get to show some love. Go ahead, Posh.
So we got Lemmy in the building. We got photos by Lex. Special shout out to Novelty for allowing us to record here each and every Tuesday.
Nice.
They're
That's
lo-
nice.
Yeah,
They're
it is easy.
located in the
So
Thornton
you can rent it
Park
out, man. If
district.
you need a spot, you want to do something here, you could rent it out.
Yes, they do private events. They got the football
They got polls
holes.
for the private events.
Yeah, I'm sure we can figure that out.
All right.
I'm sure Justin can get some
Hey, just
temporary
make sure we
ones in
can
here.
invite to that. We like polls.
I actually have a pole, so that could work.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
you gonna show us how it works?
You see, that's when you took it too far, bro.
let her
You
pop
took
your
it too
pimple.
far.
When soliciting goes wrong.
RX Live.
Special shout out to the Raw Nation. Thank you, each and every one of you guys, for rocking with us each and every week. And we also had goodie bags for the live show provided by Intimacy Cosmetics.
Yep.
I wonder if anyone tried that shit. The lube?
I know they were
Yeah,
excited.
they were
One of my
excited
friends
about it.
was excited because she can't fuck with latex. So
True. I mean, I didn't get a goodie bag, but I'm just, I wonder.
that was
I haven't
fast.
used condoms in a very long time, so that didn't.
Well,
know
you're
much.
married, you know, it's different.
And then there was lube, but anyway. So, Lil Sean, we have a segment what we call What's Raw. So we pretty much talk about what's going on in the world.
All right.
We got 3 subjects we're going to talk. Obviously, today's a big day. Hopefully, people went out and voted. But we wanted to talk about midterm elections and what was our thought on the governor's race. So MJ, any thoughts since you had a nice conversation with Ian outside?
So Ian brought it to my attention. Didn't really bring it to my attention. He asked me.
Ian had a very valid point.
He did have a very valid point, and I didn't have an answer.
Oh my God.
I know, right? That's rare. So basically, Ian asked if I voted today. I said yes, of course I did. I exercised my right to vote. It's a privilege.
He's very proud at that. Pompous, yes.
Yeah, you perked up your chest when you said that too, Paul.
Okay, I'm proud that I'm able to vote.
Yeah.
So he asked me why, and I said for change. And he's like, what change? I had no answer.
That nigga's still living in 2008.
I had no answer whatsoever. And Trev saved me with Amendment 13 because that is one of the main reasons that I did decide to vote for felons
to
be able to.
4, sir. 4, not 13.
It was 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did 13 come from?
13. Okay, that's gonna get me started on another thing, but it's Amendment 4.
I got the numbers wrong. Whatever.
Yeah.
But I did
voted correctly.
I did read. But
niggas read.
That's one of the reasons why I voted. So to answer your question, sure, for felons to be able to vote, because I feel like if you're able to pay taxes, you served your time, you should be able to vote.
I agree.
I totally agree. Some of the shit that got me though is that, and I know this is politics, but I hate when they like put categories together. So like, if you don't want offshore drilling, but are you okay with vaping inside? And I just feel they try to get you. And I understand it's politics because look, when 50 people are sitting on the table, you know what I mean? If we let you get this, you need to give us this. And it was just like, if anybody remembers the Dave Chappelle skit when it was talking about like Tiger Woods and all that, what was it? The racial
classic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like when he's like, oh, well, if you give us Justin Bieber and whatever, we'll give you such. It's the same thing when it comes to politics, and that's how that works out. So, but when we talk about governor, I'm gonna be candid, bro. Like, and I'll let people know I am Republican, but just watching the debate, this dude just looked rough as fuck, and he don't look like somebody I could fuck with. You know what I mean?
Which one?
DeSantis. Yeah, I couldn't fuck with him, and I definitely can't fuck with what's his name?
Rick Scott,
because I'm in the transportation business, and if you know anything about Orlando and Miami, anywhere, Florida has said the city can govern the transportation industry. So Orlando, Miami, Tampa, all of us are governed accordingly. So when Uber tried to get in, Orlando was forward thinking and said, all right, we'll allow Uber to come in, but you still have to follow certain guidelines. After they didn't like that, and obviously issues in Miami, etc., they went straight to Governor Scott, and Governor Scott allowed all over Florida for them to operate. And when they did that, they allowed them into the airports, the Cape, all the areas that were coveted by the other companies. And when they did that, they didn't give us a even playing field. So I got to have 300,000 car insurance for my vehicles. Those guys get to operate off 50,000, 75,000. So the game's not the same. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, you can go operate, but you still have to work and pay us 5 times. And these guys get to go over here and,
ball out.
Exactly. So for that, I can't let him keep moving forward, even though it sucks where we're at with that. But that was the reason I wanted to vote, to make sure that was, obviously 4 was big for me as well, because I think if people obviously put their time in, then they should be able to go out and vote. I mean, not everybody goes to jail for, crazy shit. Some people made a real mistake, and the time that they put in and the money that they put in, it's time for them to get back to life. And if the time comes that they should be able to vote, I don't see why not, especially if they're not a sex offender or a murderer.
And if they pay their dues already, they're back in society paying taxes.
Exactly. I mean, if you're doing all that, I don't really see why. Why not? Did you get to vote?
Man.
See what happened was.
See
what happened was, man, I got a whole, we sit here for days talking. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, I understand it's important. Yeah. I can't say it's not. I'm one of those, I can't talk when it comes to like, well, what about this? What about that? I didn't go vote. So, I'm not going to, I'm never the guy that, shit. I don't like talking politics with my friends and nothing like that. To each their own. If you like Trump, you like Trump. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. I just think differently. You know what I'm saying? To each their own, and whatever they think, that is what it is. You're going to get on that boat or on that train, that's the train you want to get on, then go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But,
live and let live.
I think that these elections and all that's going on right now, I think it's JV. You feel me? Mm-hmm. The varsity team, that's Trump and these guys. You know what I'm saying? But what's up with the coach?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody ever asks or trades the coach, and that's when you get really serious and start diving into like other topics and other, names.
Yeah.
That people are scared to talk about.
And I agree with you, but this is a time, the only thing that I would say that's negative on that side is that this actually for Congress, etc., like having seats, this is why that JV portion is very crucial, because if you want your coach to have, LeBron James on his team, this is how you get him there. Mm-hmm. So for that purpose, I think it's very important. But I definitely get where you're coming from, because
that's why I'm not the one to argue or talk or be like, you did what? And you voted for who? And
even if you did, at the end of the day, everybody has their own choice, man. Like, what? I can't be angry at why the fuck you do what you do. Like, I did what I did. Like, it's crazy how politics pisses people off to the point of getting racist, angry, stupid over dumb shit.
I have friends like that.
Hey, you voted for him? Congratulations. I don't give two fucks. I went, and hopefully the people I voted for, other people feel like. And if not, then I let the person go in, and guess what? They're my governor or they're whatever. I'm not going to disrespect it. I went out, did what I did, and hopefully I prevail. If not, then, I sit my ass in a corner and wait till next time.
And just better educate yourself. I like how you guys, you know more about the bills. You know more about the amendments. I don't want to misquote the amendment. What was it, 3 for the gambling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like people were, some people would just look at that over top value and be like, oh yeah, I want gambling in Florida. And then they won't see what was really in there and who was going to control all those decisions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But for the people who did, go a little deeper and dive into it.
Well, here's the thing, like on that, I know we're over it, but with that, if you allow government to do it, first of all, Orlando would never get it if people want it, because Disney runs Orlando. That people don't understand that. But Disney has their hand in everything. The reason we close at 2:00 at night, Disney, because they don't want motherfuckers out there till 5 o'clock in the morning. They can't take their kids to fucking see Mickey Mouse
because they're all their employees.
That don't work
at Disney.
You know what I mean? But that's the thing. True. So, but people should always have power. I mean, why not? If they're gonna allow us to bring something like that, yes, there's good and bad to it. But you should be able to say, do you want it or do you not want it? And you don't want the government to take that for you, because then people's hands get greased or palms get greased.
And then this time, working in what we do in entertainment and radio, you see the sneakiness of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been working there now 19, going on 20 years in January.
Congrats, man.
You know what I'm saying? Thank God. You know what I'm saying? So you see the sneakiness of it. I've seen, from Bush to Obama to Trump, and you see, what happens. Like when Obama came through, that was the only president, we were the only hip-hop show to have him on the air. So we had him and Michelle and Joe Biden on the air. The only ones in the United States, right?
Wow.
We had to, and being that we did that in 08 as a favor, we asked, okay, if we do this as a favor in 08, because they were trying to really get on, we really want them on 2012 then. And they said, yeah. And they came through in 2012 too, both of them, So, but the thing is, those were the only ones that came through, and they sent teams, bro. Like you all been getting these texts and emails from, hey, this person, hey, I don't know these people.
Yeah.
How you got my number?
Yeah.
How come you're not this proactive when there's an Amber Alert and little Jamie's missing?
Yep, exactly.
You feel me? Like, how come you're not this proactive when?
I agree.
Let me tell you. Let me just switch this. How come people aren't this proactive? And speaking of felons and stuff like that, this is something that I'm very passionate about. We give felons 3 meals a day for free. Mm-hmm. Why can't we give every kid in school one? Why they gotta pay?
That's a very good point.
Even some, because what I'm saying, like my mom went to welfare. We went to welfare. We had make the line for the welfare cheese in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? We had to go back, and then my mom put herself to school to learn English. Then she put herself to school, got her AA and AS and all that. Then became a teacher.
Yeah.
Then she got a job. What happened? They took away some of the coupons because she had to pay bills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now the school knows that. Now I got reduced lunch instead of free lunch.
Mm-hmm. Right.
She don't got $1.50 to give me, so I don't eat at school now. And I'm at school worried about lunch.
I agree.
Then I get home, and I don't even get home until after basketball or football or whatever practice.
Yeah.
Because, you stay, you do all that, and then get home to eat, because thank God, she's Spanish mom. You know how Spanish moms roll. Arroz con habichuela and pollo frito was always ready.
Always.
Dinner was always ready. But we didn't have the luxury of, so one of the things that I want to fight for in the future, hopefully you guys get behind me on this, is making it that every kid in school gets a free lunch.
That's a very good point.
Every
I do
kid.
support that.
If we give felons 3, they can have 1.
The thing is, too, I
that's
think
a slogan right there.
Yeah. Politics needs to, get to the times as well, because, it's 2018. We can do everything on our phone, but why can't we? I mean, I get, why they don't allow you to vote, but there should be better ways of communicating, getting to people, getting things done. Like you said, if that's something that you wanted to go for, we should be able to make that move. You know what I mean? And it's,
start small. We could start small.
For sure, man.
Take care of this school and then whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
We should definitely look into that.
All right.
So here's what the fuck shit.
What do you got to say about that?
About what?
Politics.
Nigga can't.
Anyway. I feel like it all starts with the people. Everybody puts all their energy to vote for, a politician where if they're really trying to fix their community or where they live or anything like that, they should deal with the people within that community and build that. Like I was even thinking about like, say like Pine Hills, right? Pine Hills has like, say 20,000 people in it, right? And 20,000 people, just say give $20 a month, right? That's probably over $1 million a month collectively, just alone for Pine Hills, Florida, right?
I'm gonna math check you on that one.
Well, go ahead.
We know that ain't correct, but all right.
What, $20 a month? No, actually, no.
It's 20 times 20, my G.
No, my fault. My fault. I meant it was
400,000.
My fault. It was actually 90,000 the population when I checked. My fault. But that's what it was times 20. But anyway, that's over $1 million a month.
1.8.
All right, alone a month for Pine Hills, not Metro West, not Ocoee, not anywhere. That's enough money for that community to have control over their roads, their schools, the teachers, whatever they want to do. And it's like, well, why would I do that? How do I know? That's what taxes and all that's for. But you have no say-so in it.
Yeah, that's the part that I wish we could change.
Yeah.
Like you could say where your tax money goes, and that would, benefit.
So I feel like the powers is in numbers, and all this little stuff is just to keep the rat race going.
And like I was just, let me finish real quick. Like I was saying, these people that doing this throughout the years, you see the games they play.
Oh, yeah.
Politicians. You see the interns that they hire. You know what I'm saying? And they send them into the Pine Hills, the people that match that city. They send them into there. They're not going to send Bill with the, tuxedo or whatever. They'll send them to Windermere, though. You know what I'm saying? But the interns that we dealt with before, we've made friends with these guys. Like, oh, you're Obama. Yeah, this, that. Oh, they were at the station all the time. And they feed into you, because that's what they get trained. The past 4 years, that's what they got trained to do. And then they get regionalized and they get sent out to their regions, just like FEMA. Mm-hmm. Just like something happens with FEMA, they get sent out to the region. Yeah. That's what they do with the politicians. They send the interns out. What happened the day after Obama he got
elected?
President? Yeah, he got elected. We called Buddy to congratulate him. Phone was disconnected. We went by the office, which is right here downtown, cleaned out.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
They were gone.
They gotta cut them.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's
all
bring in the
needed.
team. They bring in the team to do whatever, and then gone. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to be careful, keep your eyes peeled for stuff like that.
And that's, that brings a really good point. I was talking to Lemmy about this a little earlier.
Oh God, don't get him started.
The one thing that I really want to get away from is Democratic and Republican, because I feel like if you don't know shit about what you're doing, you're just going to go, I'm going to go on the right side or I'm going to go on the left side, depending on what it is. But you really are not doing your due diligence to make sure you're bringing somebody into power that's going to assist you and help you for what you need.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that portion, I think, because here's something, right? Like I'm in Groveland and there's 4 people running for mayor. Doesn't say Democrat, doesn't say Republican. I like that because now I'm going to go do my research on who's going to do the best for me and my situation instead of just saying, nah, I'm rocking with the Republican or I'm rocking with the Democrat. You know what I mean? Another thing we voted for is to allow, it doesn't matter if it's 2 Republicans, you're letting the best people run. So if it's 2 Democrats that got the best, highest votes, then those 2 get to go against each other. And it's not based off of, obviously Democratic. At that point, it's who do you want to win? And I think that's moving forward. I think that's a better way for us to handle things than we currently operate right now. But that's just, again, my thoughts.
Piggyback off of that, I just feel like we should do away with party affiliations altogether and just put the most qualified person on the ballot to run for whatever they're running for. Then we'd actually be able to do our research rather than just looking at a red or a blue. Oh, this person's a Democrat. I'm just going to circle that bubble because I fuck with Democrats.
Right.
And it's about your status too. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are like, well, like, we've been on both sides, like I said. You know what I'm saying? Like now you start making a little money. When you start making a little money, you become Republican fast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you want to keep your money.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that's what happens. Like I have a buddy of mine, I had to talk him, like not off a ledge, but he was pissed. He made a lot of money last year. Then another buddy of mine owns a tax company here. We all went together to do his taxes and all that. This guy got $37,000 or $38,000 taken from his check.
Wow.
And he still had to pay at the end, and he still had to pay like another $700-800. Yeah. And he was like, how can I? He's like, oh, because you don't have a kid, and because Trisha or whatever has 10 kids and she ain't got a job and she needs $17,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the bottom line. That's just what it is. And, and he's
if you make more money, they want to tax you.
That's why he's like, that's why I'm Republican. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it for the wrong reasons. Some people, their status brings them to certain type of decisions. Mm-hmm. So we don't know. You can't just look at a person and just be like, oh, you voted for Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
If he did, why?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now do you think a lot of people are like, damn, that was a mistake? You know?
I'll be the first one to raise my hand. Fuck.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, we're not getting it. I want to get to some fuck shit, man. We've been on some serious shit for way too fucking long.
Now on to the fuckery.
Niggas is like, when is the funny shit coming back? We tired.
Exactly.
So Kim Kardashian calls Ray J a pathological liar. Apparently, he went and told somebody. I didn't get a source on it, but he told someone that she spends $75,000 in lingerie a year.
That's believable, cheap, my nigga.
She gets it for free.
Stops mid sex to have snacks.
What?
You imagine?
Yo, wait a minute,
bro. That means his dick ain't shit. Then.
Hey, I'm gonna go get me a ding dong.
Hell,
if it was strawberries,
that is not what I read. But continue.
I got this word from word. Stops to field calls from Kris Jenner in the middle of having sex.
What?
And then has a Louis Vuitton trunk filled with sex toys.
Nothing wrong with that.
Ray J also mentioned that he has marathon type sex with her, and she would get sweaty, and then she would stop to redo her makeup and continue on with having sex.
Oh my goodness.
She must got some good pussy, dog, if y'all sticking around for all that shit.
Yeah, for real.
Right. But
I don't get it.
In saying all this, why is he the one talking about this? That's the main
He's
point.
trying to stay irrelevant.
Yes.
Oh, that's automatic.
That's all it is, man.
Because from real niggas, that shit's bitch like a motherfucker.
Why you talking about it? Especially that she done ran through how many dicks already, and she's with Kanye now. Like he's just trying to. The light is on Kanye and Kim. It's actually on Kanye, so he's just trying to. You feel me? Get his little.
Kanye has got a book coming out soon. Then
probably something.
Yeah. Ray J, tell all
something. Yeah.
We saw it already. Ain't much more you can tell us. We saw the fucking sex.
That's still Brandy's little brother.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Man,
he just had a kid too, right?
Like that.
Still Brandy's little brother. That's how I grew up.
How many hits has he had? Honestly,
one.
I hit it.
You call that a hit?
I hit it first.
Don't do him like that. He had that
One Wish
song.
Was that jam.
He had that song. Nah, you're not gonna disrespect him like that because he had a song with Lil Kim.
No, he had a few songs, but his biggest song was One Wish.
Nah,
we
still play that.
I don't remember that shit.
It's a throwback.
Yeah. He's out there with Bow Wow right now. Ain't no one checking for him. Ain't no one checking for him.
But I mean,
at the end of the day, who gives a fuck?
I mean, the
only thing that catches me is like you stopping for a snack, my nigga. Like,
word.
Oh, she got like a snack plate over there.
I heard that she said that she used to fix her face mid sex, like if she got sweaty and her face started like
because her face was
That's a battle scar.
She used to look.
I was gonna say, do
Her
you
face was in a
remember
pillow.
what Kim K used to look like?
She used to look like
Jafar.
Yeah, Jafar for real, son. Without the scar. Like, yo.
I need a throwback. I need a throwback pic.
Yeah, like her nose, like it was crazy.
Yo,
and
Lex,
she looked like
put
Aladdin.
a picture of her up there.
But she wasn't that bad. Look, I mean,
if you see that one picture where she was,
y'all niggas still would have hit. I don't want to fucking hear it. Y'all would have hit.
Not Kim back then.
Nah, you crazy.
How about
boy.
now? Like if she left Kanye West, would you guys get with her? If she left Kanye West and she was here right now, she was giving you the eye, would you guys?
You know what?
She reduced her ass.
I want the sister, dog. I want the
Kylie.
Yeah, dog.
Kylie's sexy.
Nigga, that picture they took for Halloween, dog.
Yo, listen,
that bitch was like shining, dog.
Listen,
like, my wife showed me. I was like,
what these bitches look like before the clout. So that shit don't matter. If
I'm just broke.
That's every girl now.
Yeah, but here's the thing though, right? I have to see because look,
we got bread. We be good.
I like to see that if I accidentally, I'm not saying I'm one of those niggas, but if I accidentally have a baby with you, you feel me? Like, I want to make sure that, you know what I mean?
He said he's
the
not
baby
one
gonna
of
look
those
good. It's not gonna have like a big ass nose and one eye and like that.
What about you? If
pull out game strong.
If she left Kanye?
No, you know one thing, man. Like any girl. Like if I feel like if I know who you've been through. Like I really don't want to go there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I don't understand these guys. Like she's been with Ray J, and it's not only Ray J, Reggie Bush,
Reggie Bush, Miles Austin,
Chris
Humphrey,
yo, countless dudes, and then everybody, the next person is like, yes, like a trophy.
But you know what?
Miles Austin.
But here's the thing, though.
The Cowboys.
Here's the thing that's kind of contradicted to that, because like this shit happens every day, regardless if you're famous or not. It's just that she got a camera on her. There's chicks out here doing wild, crazy
some
shit.
Dumbass dudes that know that they're
free
with other people and they're just like, okay, I want like
for hot Cheetos and some leggings from Rainbow.
When Kanye,
I got next, bro.
Kanye was like
list.
the friend on the show waiting for his
But
turn.
I was gonna say, Kanye, I love how he loves her because that nigga really stuck it through all those
You have to.
relationships.
You know what Kanye did?
And the moment he had his chance, he took it, got her knocked up. Like
Kanye went to the rental car place to buy a new car. That's like
but he loves her.
that's like going to a rental car place.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got this new 2014.
Yeah,
He wanted-
even at 2018, but you know it's been through like 30 people
Yo,
already.
it's a
They dogged it
2018
out.
from Enterprise.
They got
fact.
20,000
That
miles
nigga
already.
wanted a vintage antique
It's all right. It's a
car.
fleet
Like,
vehicle.
what
It's good.
happened?
It's
He
good.
wanted an
He
antique.
wanted them high
man.
mileage goods. That's what
You know?
Shit like what
you
Ray
said,
J
bro,
do
I
is
respect him for the love. He loves her, man. And you
Yeah,
know what?
for
He
sure.
ain't shy about it, man.
Right.
He respects
He
his
really
woman, and he
does.
defends his woman, man. I
That's
like
what he does,
that.
man.
yeah, that's what a
he
man's
should do.
supposed to do. Yeah.
And either way, we can't say, you know what I'm saying? We'll sit here and cut up and whatever all day, but more power to them. They're making their money. Their family making their money.
Yeah.
And they happy. And guess what? They signing other people's checks.
Yeah, but
Right.
Kanye is weird too, though, because he said he actually watched a porno of Ray J and Kim. Like, he loved it.
Nah, bro.
Like, he said that shit. So once, I'm like,
That nigga's a
He
fucking...
was obsessed.
yeah.
Let's play
Psycho.
copycat, babe.
This nigga imagine he was Ray J. That's why he coming for.
yeah.
That shit is fucking crazy. I don't know. I just look at it like, yo, I got 3 sisters, and out of all the dicks that we have sucked, none of us have blown up. So what the fuck?
You sucking the wrong dick.
Sucking the wrong
Right.
dick, baby.
I'm trying.
Go back to Dykeman, see what happens.
Kodak Black over there in the corner waiting.
Are you the one?
No.
That's crazy.
Yo, so what about No Nut November?
What is
That's
that?
not happening.
I jacked off as soon as I saw that shit, so I was
Yeah.
taken out of the race.
So
No, not November.
apparently you can't bust a nut for the entire
What
month
happened
of
Oh, I
to
November.
No
fucked up.
Shave
I failed
November? Why is it
already.
No
That's
Nut
it.
November now? Like, what was up?
I don't know who comes
Yo,
up with this
people
shit.
have no life. Who
real.
fucking thought of this?
And who follows this shit? Like, all the challenges that
nobody
come
getting-
out.
Nobody getting busted nuts is saying, nah, I'm gonna hold off for a month.
Well,
about-
you
Yo,
know
I
what?
can-
I mean, I can hit it,
listen,
right?
listen.
I'd rather take a break from drinking, but I'm
No,
get the fuck out of here.
you
It's a
can't.
stress
though.
reliever.
No, if you
No
could-
almonds for me. That's about it.
I'd be suicidal, bro. Like day
Yeah.
3, like
Yo.
I can't do it.
Yeah, but think of the guys that don't get no poems at all. though.
Oh, I'm not.
You got your
let them
hand.
rock
But
for a
you
month,
got
my
your
nigga.
hand,
Let 'em
though.
rock for a month.
that must be mentally like devastating. Like every day you go home and beat your meat. Like
Yeah, they
Yo,
do.
it must have been a Christian.
Every
that
Ain't,
made
no,
me-
day.
ain't nobody
Like-
knows how to touch you like you do.
He must just sit there and just close everything all slowly and sad and just like time to beat my meat.
Yo.
You feel me? Like
Some Christian or Catholic must have made this shit because I don't
it
understand.
has to.
So you
Yo.
mean to tell me that you never gotten sexy when you're gonna go bust a nut, that you're sad about it?
Put on
Because
some
I'm not
candles?
sad
Like, what?
about it.
What are you talking about?
That shit is a whole move in the crib. Like what? I'm
Oh,
romancing
you talking about? Oh yeah,
myself.
I don't.
Candles on.
Like, hold up. Don't touch
Ian over here in
me.
the corner,
I
like,
got this
oh
shit
my god, I
today.
can't believe I'm jacking my.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I feel better now. I'm like, what?
I'm just saying. I'd just rather go get the
I'm
pussy.
trying to shoot the house up.
I'd rather
Nigga,
just
you're
go.
the last motherfucker to say no shit right now. Like, you ain't have Pornhub on your motherfucking screen the other day.
Facts.
Like, don't
What
be
is
that.
what is that? So
I'd
I-
rather just go get it. No, get it
Yeah.
from your hand. Like,
So what? I could have been in the
Like
car
I said,
watching
nobody
porno with a
knows you
chick.
as well as you do, man.
I
Nobody
could
can
have
touch
been
you
in
like
a,
you
I
can
could
touch
I could have been in the car getting watching porno with a chick and she
Why in the
sucking me
car?
out.
Fuck
I know,
are you in the
okay, like-
car?
Hey, you want me to put this on for you real quick? Go ahead, suck.
Yo.
it.
I don't want to
Hey, can I get a
answer.
number 2?
I don't.
Yo.
I don't want to answer that while in the car.
You ever
Like,
see? Yo.
So y'all don't get
That
head
shit
in the
remind
car.
me of back in the day when niggas had pornos in the back.
Yeah,
like
in the big
right?
bag.
Yeah, facts.
I'm glad that phase is done.
Yo,
But, you know,
I
See
had
a
a
classic
P-
weekend.
Thank
I
God
had
they're
a
not here now, though.
PlayStation
Yeah, right?
in my fucking in my glove console. Like when I had my Honda Accord, my very first
this,
car,
Pimp
I
My
had
Ride?
the headrest. I
fully
had
equipped CD changer
yeah,
with the
all
cell.
of that bullshit.
Oh man, I need to see
Yeah.
some color
Posh saw the first
Posh,
episode of
send
Pin My
us that
Ride. Is
pic,
like, I
man.
want
You gotta
that.
go look at that bitch. I need to see that.
My shit was nice.
Yeah, but whoever came up with that
PlayStation.
shit is whack, bro. Go kill that person. That makes no fucking
No,
sense.
not November.
I'm not gonna have a bust a nut for 30 days. Said who?
That's just
Chick that never got an
disastrous.
orgasm.
Might as well hashtag depressed November then.
Well, that's what they called. What was December? It was what was it?
Depressed bird.
Yeah, something like that. Like I said, I wouldn't even make it 3 days. I was like, let me get out of here because I don't want y'all thinking I'm a part of this
3 hours, nigga. The fuck?
Damn, you got time to bust every 3 hours? That's crazy.
Man. All right, man. So like we all spoke about, we did have our year anniversary last week, and we kind of wanted to, get back to our fans. Kind of, they know a little bit on the outside. We just wanted to kind of talk about our struggles, the, great times, the bad times, what did we hate the most? What do we love the most? And obviously we have you. And like you said, you've been here for 19, 20 years. So, you've probably seen some of the same struggles, maybe have some advice and maybe give some stories people don't know about, some of the stuff that you went through.
All right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with ourselves. We're going to go ahead around to the group and ask each other what was our best and our worst moment within the year. And while everybody thinks, I guess I'm going to just go. So for me, I'm going to just say the journey was the best part, right? And the journey could be probably the best and the worst, right? So when we started this podcast, LaShawn, it was, we had this idea of like, you watching people on, social media making crazy bank, doing dumb shit, just sitting at home. Like the shit our parents used to tell us, you're not gonna make no money playing video games. I wish I fucking stayed on my Xbox, bro, because people are getting paid, twitching and all of that crazy shit. So we kind of said, hey, man, what if we could do what we do as a group? Because before Posh wasn't there, it was just the guys. So we were like, yo, it's just kind of like when we all get together, shooting the shit, you know what I mean? Have raw opinions, etc. So we started it. And that was a journey, right? But the bad part of that journey is two people had to leave, you know what I mean? For different reasons on their own. So, obviously you want to start with or finish with what you started with, but shit don't always work out that way. You know what I mean? So for me, I would say that's probably the good and the bad for me because I still love the journey, man. It's the walk along the way. I love how we started. I love coming up with the logo or getting the logo, the name, the process. I remember, when we started, we not a fancy board like Lemmy has, but we went and bought one. We all bought headphones. Like, what we spent like $500 as a group, and so we sat down for the first time, twisting knobs, doing this, and I'm over here just looking like I know what the fuck I'm doing, and I'm just playing with shit. And we actually got the first one to rock. So we recorded, everything worked out. We kind of played, kind of saved shit. Then we came back, maybe 2 weeks later? Mm-hmm. Nothing worked.
Nothing at all.
Nothing worked.
Same setup, same plugins.
Yo, I didn't touch a motherfucking thing. Nothing worked. Headphones were bullshit. MB was running the store all the time.
Every 5 minutes.
Connectors, etc. But, it got to a point where that's how we found Lemmy, right? Yeah. So it was just like, I just said, fuck it, I'm not doing this shit no more, bro. Let's pay somebody to do it. And, obviously we have Lemmy on our side and he makes us fucking sound amazing. So, again, that's just a journey. And, obviously I have a relationship with Lemmy already, but, for others, that's a new relationship for them and so forth. So that would be my portion, the journey, good and bad.
Just the fact that you guys actually got up, and I applaud you guys, it went from a thought to doing it. Yeah. A lot of people don't do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They think of stuff or talk about it, but don't actually get up and put their shoes on and go do it, or at least try it. You know what I'm saying?
And they should at least try. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what we did. I mean, we just caught a little wave, and the rest is history.
That's what's up.
For sure.
Do you remember when you first wanted to get into radio? Like, what made you? No?
I didn't, tell you the truth. I didn't
How about your brother?
Quez?
Yeah.
Yeah. He learned DJing from us because my big brother was a DJ. And then my dad used to make instruments in Puerto Rico, like, Spanish, like campanas and all that stuff. And he was in a salsa band and all that, so.
That's
we
some
were
real Puerto Rican shit.
Yeah, for real. We were like we had instruments all over the house all the time. Right. So we were always like playing instruments here and there. And my big brother turned, he was a DJ when we moved to New York in '85. He was a DJ. And he's a DJ, old school hip hop, school hip hop and freestyle. And dance music and all that was hot then. And then that's how I started. He would leave because he was 5 years older than me. He didn't want me touching his shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Especially the techniques. You can't touch the techniques. You know what I'm saying? He just got them. So I'll wait for him to leave. Then I'll turn that shit on, bro. And I'll try to cut, do my thing and do exactly what he did. He'll come home, beat my ass if he see me out there. But then my little brother got, started learning the same way, and he would mix. My little brother would mix with two DVD components, like this regular house ones, CDs, not DJ ones.
Right.
Yeah,
but you have CDs. To time them.
Yeah.
You have to remember that. So you press play and it'll take 3-4 seconds before it starts. Damn. So imagine trying to mix with that and no BPM or nothing. So that's how he started.
He's a very dope DJ. One of my good friends, by the way. I told him, I said, I'm interviewing your brother. He was like, you should have told me. I would have came. And I was like, my bad.
I seen him today.
So
that's a good dude.
What about you, MJ?
You took kind of like my best moments was the journey, because again, we were there when it started, and just to think back, like we were in this little conference room. Like actually, the first time we tried it, we bought 2 microphones and set it in the middle of a conference table, and we just hit record and just started talking. Like had no structure to it. Like
now that is an uncut.
Nobody's gonna hear that one. But we just started talking. Trev's recording on his. Actually, I was recording on my iPad first, and then Trev started recording on his laptop, and it sounded like shit. Still sounds like shit to this day. But to hear that and to where we are now, and the following that we have now with Raw Nation, and the movement that we've created here in Orlando, like it's crazy to think that
around the world, man.
Yeah, around the world, actually. Yeah, internationally, we're known. So it's huge, and that's probably the best part for me. Of course, the worst part is losing people along the way for unforeseen reasons, but shit happens. I mean, that's part of the business.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is really keeping it general in this motherfucker right now. Like, yo, what the fuck? I thought this shit was uncut, uncensored,
it was dope
and
because,
unfiltered.
When we started, man, I can remember like some of the major feedback we got in the beginning was that we needed a chick because all the girls, like we have a pretty decent female following, and they're like, yo, you need a girl's opinion on there because, we just being niggas on here, giving niggas shit out. It's like... So they're like, all right, bet. And so Harold, who's no longer with us, knew Posh. And he was like, yo, man. And actually, I heard Posh on another show. So I was like, yeah, I think we could fuck with her, So we brought Posh on, right? And the thing about when Posh got on is it clicked. It was like, yo.
They got me drunk. Okay, that's what happened. Can we talk about it? They bought
she was slumped.
the biggest bottle, Magnum bottle of Hennessy.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
No chaser, no ice, no nothing.
You had a chaser bitch though.
Huh?
You don't chase.
Yeah, she fell out.
It was bad. It was horrible.
I like the
That's the time you brought us food though, wasn't it? You still brought us food.
Lasagna.
I forgot the lasagna in my trunk. It was bad.
Yeah, I like it. Sitting here with you guys for the first time, I like the dynamic you guys have.
Thank you.
You do bring it all together, you know what I'm saying?
I'm the ratchet one.
No, but you need like a rainbow, you need all the colors.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If not, you'd have one line in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
true.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm
but
a rainbow guy.
we brought Posh on for one episode, and I think we all liked it. So we automatically added Posh to the group, and she's been here ever since. So that was a cool journey. Awesome. I mean, I know she's saying we're being chilled. I mean.
Let me tell you what happened in one episode, because we've been talking about it for a while. Oh yeah, that was me, slumped. That was me.
Damn. Show the camera.
Show the
camera.
No,
don't you dare. That's my plug. That will get edited right out.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was. Oh my god, that was horrible.
We are being very general,
bro.
honestly.
They shoved a candy dildo in his mouth.
That part.
Oh my goodness.
That was my worst.
It burnt, you said?
No, it was a gummy dildo.
The 6'9" dick.
So apparently there is a this is so hard to talk about.
We had this crazy idea.
To talk about with a hard dick in your mouth,
idea.
Tell me about to stick your head in your mouth. And
so what happened was,
talk about
real quick, our Facebook group blew up. Like we had a Facebook group that we made. It was a great idea. Let's get people in here, get some crazy shit, get feedback, stuff like that. So, one of the things we want to do to interact with our people on Facebook is every week we planned on having the group decide what was going to happen to the person on the show. So MJ was the first one to start off, and so what he was chose to do.
God, because niggas would have been fighting.
Yeah, what he had to do was he had to be blindfolded and do a taste test of things. So he started off with mustard, dumb shit, crazy shit, and then the last one was this candy.
Yeah, I was blindfolded.
There was nasty
you got
shit
something
too.
there. That's like playing Impractical Jokers, but with the audience, letting them do it.
Yeah.
I like
so.
that.
But that's also another. That if we talk about bad about the
picture, aren't you? Golly,
oh yeah, this is like the little clip we had going. Like what I bring that up because the way that whole episode came about that day was because we were constantly bitching about notes. Like our content. Oh my God, it would drive me crazy.
Probably one of the hardest things about the podcast.
It's really
coming
hard.
up with ideas every single week, like
and not just ideas, like dope shit that people are gonna love listening to podcasts. fucking podcast. You know what I mean?
Like, just every single week, we would be struggling with the ideas and struggling with the content. And I remember the show notes came in. They were like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, they're not that bad.
Right. Yep.
They're not that bad. He was so pissed he got to drinking. Harold was like, fuck it, it's my birthday, so we're going to go drink. So by the time we get there, they're like, you know what? We're going to do a Let the Liquor Tell It episode. So we're just all going to get drunk and talk shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we're going to do this with no show notes. And I'm sitting there like, I don't think this is a good idea. Like, not even a little bit of a good idea. Nope, they ain't
that
give
show
a fuck.
almost ended RawXchange, actually.
Yeah,
that's how bad that show was.
It was bad. Yeah. That's the highlights. Those are the good parts.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
If you could listen to that show.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you guys go in. That's RawXchange for real.
But if kind of asking you on that, like, what are some things maybe that you could, elaborate on that, maybe that was a difficult time for you where you were really close, maybe not to being where you're at still? Have you ever had a time like that, or is everything?
A time like what again?
Like where you were close to saying, all right, we're done. Because like I said, that,
on the show?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Because obviously another thing too with us that we didn't elaborate on is that at the time there was 8 of us when we added Posh. So it was 7, then we added Posh, 8. So all you could imagine is 8 ideas here and there, and you're trying to be cool with people. You're trying not to tell you, that's a dumb fucking idea. What the fuck are you thinking?
I used to tell them that's
you know what I mean? Like,
I was like
you
the
have to be
only
cordial.
one.
You have to do all this shit. So all that stuff gets to a point, and then at that show, that was one of the shows, like you said, me and another castmate were fucking drunk as fuck and just off the rails. But what all came about that show and the ending of it was where it put us in a point where we almost were game over. But
yeah, I want to mix alcohol and, like not that much, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know.
that was a lot.
Well, if they started drinking there, it probably wouldn't have been. But
yeah, it wouldn't have been that bad.
Drinking before.
Well, I didn't, and I was on Adderall also, so I didn't eat at all, and I had nothing in my body, so that shit went.
I'm afraid of that. I'm never taking that, man.
Oh,
I'm already
awesome.
crazy, as far as like hyper.
I just took it for the first time. It
gets you to hone in, bro, so it takes your hyperness and just puts it towards something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I just took it for the first time like 2 or 3 days ago. And I think I like it.
He's
like,
still
I need
focused.
That shit.
Can we not make this a drug episode? Thank you. So that's never, that has to have happened. 20 years that you just don't walk in one day like, you know what, fuck this shit.
No, honestly, bro, let me tell you, like, truthfully, honestly, every day I walk into that station, I look back, like my car, or, and there's a big antenna right on top of the station. And there was always like an eagle's or a hawk's nest up there. It got knocked down the last hurricane, but they're building it again. And I always look up, I always thank God. This is like a dream job, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I get to work at a radio station. And like, again, I went to school, all right, in high school, I got a high ASVAB score. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All my friends and family members were going to military, all of them. So I wanted to go to the Air Force because they were all going Marines and Army. I wanted to go to Air Force because it was
safe.
It was the shortest boot camp.
Yeah.
And I got accepted into flight school, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So I can go and learn how to fly planes and be a pilot, which I wanted to do. But then they were like, oh, you got to have an AA degree first before you go in as an officer. So I went to Valencia. They used to have basketball team, baseball team, so I played for them. This is 96. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was playing for them, this and that. I was going for criminology and radiology to do, like, to be a cop or undercover or something like that when I came out of there, just in case. Mm-hmm. I did it. A buddy of mine was walking out of Beecham, right? It used to be called Taboo.
Yep.
I was in a breakdance team. We used to go breakdancing, like competition breakdance. You know what I'm saying? Like
dancing.
Yeah, like
you old school
hardcore.
As fuck.
Yeah, but we went hardcore. Like even now, like some of our guys still breakdance, like for the Orlando Magic, for Universal Studios. One of my boys, Cloud, is over doing Grammy stuff. You'll see him on the Grammys, and they're all doing big things, right. Cruises. And anyways, long story short, I was walking in, and a buddy of mine was walking out with 95.3 Party crew that they just hired. Mm-hmm. They had just hired the 95.3. There's 99, and he was walking them around because he was the only one from town that you're the morning show, you're the afternoon show, whatever, and you guys all came from different cities.
Yeah.
So he was walking them around downtown, showing them Orlando, so that way when they went on the air the next day, they would sound like they knew what the fuck they were talking about, like they were local. You can't have people who are not local. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
exactly. Yeah.
So the night guy met us going into there to the competition. He wanted to tag along with us, and then after that, we were cool. He chilled with us in the next club, and then he was like, "Hey man, I kind of need a sidekick on the show. You ever thought about doing radio?" And I was like, yeah, right. Like, I was like, yeah, you're lying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. Here's my, again, my number or whatever. I called the next day. They were like, oh, his name was Easy Street. He was big in radio. Rest in peace. He passed away about 4 or 5 years ago. He was in Miami and Phoenix. He was a big guy. And I called the station. They were like, no, we haven't heard from him for like 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh, okay, whatever. That's not what I want to do. I didn't have that in my head.
Right.
So I just kept going about my life. And then 2 weeks later, my mom was like, this fat guy keeps coming up here and asking for you. Just stay here. I told him you're going to be here at 5. And the fat guy she was talking about was my buddy Pudge that was at Beecham that met with him. He was like, yo, where you been? We've been looking for you for 2 weeks. And I'm like, bro, I called Buddy and I thought it was a lie. I didn't think about it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, come today. And from that day on, like I went to the station, they had a meeting. And, when you hear station, terms like sweeper and promo and stuff like that, you know what a sweeper is. What sweeps from one song to the next.
Yep.
So I'm sitting in this meeting and they're talking about, all right, well, we're going to have 3 sweepers this hour and this and that, this and that. And in my head, I'm like, these motherfuckers brought me over here to be a janitor. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna sweep 3 times a motherfucking hour at the station. How much dirt they got, confetti up in here, like stuff. So I just became Buddy's sidekick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I learned the board from the other side, and I basically learned it more because he was blind. He was colorblind, so he would fuck up a lot because we would have to play commercials and promos. They were different colors, off the computer, and it was like touchscreen. So I would have, I would see his finger on something. I'm like, no, that's not it, bro. That's not it. So he touched the, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of learned that way. So when they let him go, they gave me the show and I brought Obi on. And me and Obi did the show.
Who does the Carmen calls?
Carmen is Carmen. We never say who Carmen is. But honestly, bro, through that ride, you know what I'm saying? I got to, work with Easy Street. After him, I got to work with Vic Latino. That was my boy, one of my best friends to this day. He owns JVC, which they own 103.1 here, another station. They own a bunch of shit. He owns a bunch of shit, bro. This dude's a millionaire now, you know what I'm saying? So this is like my mentor. I want to be like that dude one day.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta surround yourself with people you want to be like. Not people you're trying to like help out. You can't help some people out, man, but not everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just some advice right there. Don't let them all drown you.
That's crazy though, just how it happened though, just being in the right place at the right time.
Right.
But bro, honestly, I still walk into that place and I'm like, bro, this is my job.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is
awesome.
the shit. I love this, bro.
Yeah. And you affect everybody. I mean, you get to listen. I mean, you get to hear people's story and how you help them out. Because again, that's everybody's commute. They're rocking with you guys. You know what I mean? And like you said, you guys have been rocking for a long time, man. That's one thing you guys have been hella consistent about. At least with you on the show. And that's awesome, man. I mean,
and we know because we know we could be gone tomorrow, man.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I think is amazing, especially lately with radio in Orlando specifically. You still rocking. You know what I mean? And I think that's awesome.
Bro, I'll tell you a story. I played baseball here, right? In Sanford, we played like this little baseball league with a bunch of guys who used to play and all that. Just want to stay active, play ball. So we play baseball. I've been playing with these guys now maybe 11, 12 years, this team. Last year, one of them that knew, that I worked at the station just found out, was like, yo, let me get some tickets, this and that. And then one of the other guys on the team was like, why are you asking him for tickets?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, you don't know who that is? And he was like, man, that's Lil Sean from the... I've been with these cats for like 9, 10 years.
And they had no idea.
No, because I don't go. I'm not, my name's Omar. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My middle name's like Sean. So we say Lil Sean, like, because I, got that through the radio. So then they respect you more. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't go there as Lil Sean.
Yeah.
I went there as Omar to play some ball with my friends. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, now even more, they're like, dude, man, that's cool. You didn't come out here like that. Or, being all whatever.
Humble.
Yeah, you never know. Tomorrow we could walk in and it's not Cox or it's not Power anymore. They're like, thanks for your service.
Yeah, man. I mean, and they've done that a lot in the radio stations. That's why, again, for you guys, I think that's so awesome. But I think you have a decent I mean, not decent, but you have a heavy following,
Right.
Was it tough at first to get people to listen in?
Yeah. I mean, at first it was, but not really because we were different. So everybody likes different. Because we were playing freestyle and hip-hop and like reggaeton. We were playing like Evie Queen and we were playing Stevie B and we were playing Ja Rule and Wyclef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And having these guys on the radio, that's back when hip-hop was like country is now, like the artist would do anything.
Yeah.
Yo, you need drops, I got you. Yo, you need this, I got you. Yo, we got this. Yo, put a beat on. Yo, let me freestyle that. Nowadays, like, yo, I'm put a beat on. Can you freestyle? Nah. Like we had NF, it's a true story. Like, came to the radio station about a week and a half ago. And they wanted me to send them 5 questions to get approved. They were like, don't talk about this, don't talk about that, don't talk about church, don't talk about NF, the artist that we play.
Okay.
Yeah. Never. They said, don't talk about this. Like, don't talk about religion. Well, he came up in the Christian game. People thought he was a Christian rapper. That's don't talk about his family. Why? He could help people out. His mom and dad got divorced when he was little. Yeah. He went to live with his mom, and his mom's boyfriend started abusing him. So his dad had to come back and get him.
You don't want to sound like every other show either. Just
you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can help people out that are going through the same shit.
Right.
Look where you're at now. You know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? If I can cookie cutter interview, like, so how are you? Who were your influences? Where do you see yourself next? Who do you want to work with? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I don't want to ask those regular ass questions. I want to ask you, how come your guy doesn't want me to ask you these questions?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the first question I want to ask you.
Exactly.
And then have you be like, now that's what the fuck people want to see.
Yeah.
You know in all your years of doing radio and interviewing, what was in your mind, what was your best interview? Like, who did you get to interview? You're like, yo, this is a dream come true. Obama.
Because
he's charismatic.
Was that in person or over the phone?
Over the phone. We still had to get pre-screened by Secret Service for like 2 days.
Wow.
And then we had to come in on a Sunday. And I was playing baseball. They were like, they're going to call in 2 hours. They were like, it's going to be on a Sunday between 12 and like 9 p.m. And whenever they call, we had to be there.
Be ready. Yep.
So in the middle of the game, they called me. Obi was like, yo, we're on the way to the station. He's calling like in 2 hours. So I got there. They pre-screened us, got our voice down, and I don't know, some type of coder. I don't know. Just in case somebody else gets on the line with a different voice code, they'll shut off. But we got to ask them a couple questions. I got to be real with them. Because I was like, back in the days, we used to do this Uno They Didn't song of the day.
Mm-hmm, yep.
That's what we got away with playing a throwback, on the air. It's like, we like throwbacks. People like throwbacks.
Yeah.
So, we were like, yo, let's have fun with you now. Obama, take us back. What's your favorite Uno They Didn't song of the day? You know what he said? Let's see here. Let's take you back to 96. Little Fugees, ready or not?
Oh.
We were like, whoa, what?
Wow.
Then we got real with him. We're like, what, 96? What was the president doing in 96? What was Barry doing in 96?
Yeah.
He's like, what kind of car did you have? I had a Jeep. He was like, he was like, did you have a sound system in the Jeep? Like, yeah, had the booming sound system. He said he had to get the Jeep because Michelle didn't like the car he had before that. So, it used to be a pity putter car. So she made him get a new car. So that was the Jeep. So that's the kind of stories, you want to get from the president. It's real.
Open up, man.
Or when he was done with when he was done with his presidency, was he going to go call his boys up and smoke a joint or something? You know what I'm saying? Like,
shit, I would have.
That's what's up, man.
And he was cool about it, And Michelle too. Michelle was pretty cool. But
that's awesome.
The other side never called, but that's that's up to them.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
But the worst interview, I don't honestly look, this is a rule. I don't like talking about like bad things, like what I'm saying? Like well, because like that artist may have been having a bad day.
Yeah.
With the radio station, maybe they weren't playing their song. That shit happens a lot. The radio station's not playing your song, but you're in town. They want to fucking pimp you.
Yeah.
Yo, come over here. We got listeners and we got this and this and that, this and that. They expect the artists to come in and be all chippy chappy. Meanwhile, you're not playing their shit. So what the fuck are they doing here?
Never thought about that.
I understand that. So we had an artist. I'm not, we had a hip hop artist come in a while back. And same thing. He was in town. He was doing a show. So the promoter brought him by the radio station because he knew some people. He knew Pro Style and some people.
Yeah.
So they brought him by. They did a listener party. One of the listeners made him a jersey, like handmade. That they owned the store. It was like leather. It's like that shit was nice. And then they were like, he was like, yo, we made this for you. He was signing autographs for them. They were walking out there like, we made this for you. He was like, just threw it over his shoulder. What? He didn't even look at it. And they're like, can you stand up and just take a picture with us? Whatever. He just stood up and he was like,
that's the
threw
worst.
it to the side like that. They were like, damn. So forever, their story of him is going to taint other people.
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe they don't know the inside. Maybe, he was just upset because of that.
Right.
You know
it could have been
saying?
something.
Bad stuff travels 10 times faster than good.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this: there's a lot of artists, a lot of people out there that come into the studio and they're like, "Yo, what's up? How's it going on? Yeah, man. Everything good. Yeah. All right, and we're on 3, 2, 1, and go." Yeah, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? What happened to that dude, bro? You were just chilling.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, this other person
persona.
took over.
Demeanor.
Like the
That persona they have to have.
Yeah, another person took over. It was like, damn,
That's
okay.
crazy.
Like,
I bet you see
artist.
some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
we seen some stuff. Some girls came up. Some girls came up to the window before and flashed us, put the titties on the window just for some tickets. They got
Did they get the tickets?
Did they get the tickets?
They got the tickets.
They must have been some nice. So if they were
party
ugly,
days,
if they were ugly titties, would they got them? They were nice titties.
You know what?
They
I don't
titties,
know.
nigga.
It was back in the big Latino days. He probably would have gave it to them anyway.
So I know you can't say who does Carmen. Can you tell us who came up with Carmen? Whose idea was that? Like how did when you guys, because obviously you came and you were a sidekick, right? Is that what you said? You were a part of the show in the beginning?
Yeah.
And so obviously when they transitioned to you, right?
Yeah.
Well, me and Obi were doing the night show. We took over the night show.
And you did successful there.
And then they moved us over to the mornings.
Okay. So when you came up with ideas for the show, like how did you guys collab together? Did you like sit around and only come when the time was like you had to be at work, or did you guys take time extra to come up with a show? Like
the cool thing was me and Obi lived together.
Oh, okay.
So we were roommates.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we were friends
easy.
before we even did the show together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
That's why when Vic went up north and they gave me the show, I was like, yo, can we keep it a 2-people show? Let me bring Obi down, because he was already doing like 11 to 3 the show after me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's always been a 2-people show. We're already people. We get along. So my boss was like, all right, cool. So that we got another job for somebody else to be on 11. You know what I'm saying? So we got consultants and stuff like that that sit down with us, and they pitch some ideas. But of course, we got to, like the coochie call was our idea.
Yeah. That's
That's
so clutch,
love
bro.
that call.
That's so clutch.
But at the same time, props to, we're not the first ones to do it. They've done it in other places, call it the booty call.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they've done it like that in other places.
Yeah.
Albie, Miami and all that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him, Albie. Big time radio guy right there. Big legend. And they've done like the roll call and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That he used to do as well. We didn't do that one because it was, like 102 used to do it back in the days. We didn't want to be too copy. You know what I'm saying? So we did the coochie call. They used to do the booty call. So we're like, yo, can we say coochie on the air? It's not one of the 7 words. It's only 7 words you can say on the air. Which are like,
this is the
fuck shit,
RawXchange,
motherfucker.
yeah.
The raw ones. Yeah.
The RawXchange word. Say 'em.
Coochie ain't one of them. So I was like, all right, coochie call. So we did that, and then, we're coming up, all right, we want to do a news segment. So let's do something different. When we were doing it with Priya B or SD, whatever, we're like, oh, let's call it, because, we're going to be talking about what it is.
Priya.
So call it what it is. What it is with Priya B. Basically, you want something short, that people will get. And then Carmen, it was just somebody that we knew that was doing the Carmen call, you know what I'm saying, already. Okay. But it wasn't on the radio as far as that big. So we took it on with the consultant's help and all that, and kind of like married Carmen Carmen came, basically did the show with us. For years.
Awesome. It's hilarious.
I thought it was one of y'all too.
I thought it was one of y'all too.
Think, bro, they all every day. That's the number one question.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
But we got to leave it in the bag, because if not, if we tell you, oh, it's this person, that you'll think of them now.
Yeah.
And not Carmen.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It makes sense.
What do you think, obviously you didn't expect to be here. What do you think, what is the biggest thing that you've enjoyed, or the biggest moment you've had that being this radio personality has brought you?
Man, I think my biggest moment, as far as working with the radio station, was when we hosted the Magic Games. Because as a kid, you always went to a Magic game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you always watch the Magic Games, like bigger than life. You're at the Magic game, you know what I mean? And you see the guy down there hosting the Magic game. And again, I never thought, oh, I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now that I have the chance and I'm standing down there, we're going through me and Obi are going through the whole syllabus, or, the whole schedule of the game, and, timeout 2, timeout 3, and this and that. You're going to be up there in the camera, this. And I'm like, because ever since I was little, the acting is what I do too. You know what I'm saying? I love entertainment. Anything entertainment, I love it. So when we were doing that, we were doing everything. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a camera out there. We're going to be on the floor over here. We're going to be playing with people. Yeah. We got kids that are going to be doing a game with us. We're going to be giving this person a check for this. We got military people. So I was like, man, now this is what the fuck is about.
Yeah.
Because we're getting everything right here, and we're doing it in front of our home crowd.
Yeah.
And I bet you there's friends of mine here that went to Apopka High School with me, that graduated with me.
APK.
You feel me? Yes, sir. Blue Darters.
West
that
Orange County.
Somebody that went to Valencia, or people that we visited, or friends that we got now. You feel me? And like they know us, for us, you know what I'm saying? And they hopefully they're proud of us seeing us down there. You know what I'm saying? We represent for them. So
yeah, they gotta be proud of you, man. You've been hustling for 19, 20 years, man, and that's hard, bro. Especially in that industry. Just things change in general, you know what I mean? And like, I'm sure those people come in, people are tired of this, and it's, then guess what they do? They want to change everything completely.
You just got to change with the times, bro. People got to change with the times. Like when internet started popping off, we were there, MySpace.
Yeah.
It was popping. And then MySpace was the big shit. Tom was everybody's friend. You know what I'm saying? And then MySpace became like a music site. Everybody just wanted to put music. It got annoying. You know what I'm saying? That's when Facebook took over.
Check my MySpace.
Yeah. And then that's when Facebook took over, because everything on MySpace was all music and all music. Like, damn, man.
Facebook was only people in college at the time when it started.
You could always tell what somebody was going through in MySpace.
You want to know when you like got on Facebook, go all the way down and look at your first picture.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel me? Then you'll be like, damn. Okay. Oh,
we joke.
04? Like, you're like, good Lord.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was on it because I remember I was down at FAU where I went to college, and we were like ready, like, yo, when we getting Facebook? When we getting Facebook? And when they go, hey, Facebook's at your college, you getting hype, you log in and all that. So it's kind of crazy that you talk about that. And we even joke because our group, like, you know, people, it's RawXchange, so people post crazy shit and get banned. And I always fuck with people. I say I'm a day one Facebooker, so they don't ban me. That's what's up.
Yeah, but you have to keep, you know, when Facebook came out, you know, me and Obi, like, you know, we're with this company, thank God. You know, we've learned a lot with them. And one thing good about Cox is, like, they invest in their people. Nice. You know, because they want you to be the leaders later. They don't want to teach you shit and then you go somewhere else and use it against them.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that, you know, because they provide, it's like school. They provide whatever you want to learn, they're open to it. You want to learn how to do that person's job, you know what I'm saying? Not to take it, just to know how to do it. They're like, they got this thing called Cox School, or, you know what I'm saying? You can go and do it.
That's awesome.
Or Job Shadow, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's like I like that. And then when all the social media networks came, you know, all this Facebook and then Snapchat came out, and then but before that they had Ustream, right? Ustream was out, so we were streaming the show. So now we were doing like 3-4 cameras, and we were streaming the show, and Quez was the producer. So not only could you listen to the show, you could also watch the show on Ustream live. And then we developed a Ustream audience. You know what I'm saying? Like a constant 20, 30 people. I mean, there were more people, but a constant 20, 30 that were there every day. Mm-hmm. So we would like ask, you know, like our restaurant people that advertise, yo, can we go there and take our people? And they would love that. So they built more relationships and more, you know, advertising. I'm having a blast, bro. I ain't gonna lie,
up, man. Yeah, you get to do a lot of cool ass shit, man.
You do, bro.
You
Look
get to
at
go
this.
to Halloween Horror Nights and do stuff like that.
Get to come here, get interviewed. He was like, yo, thanks for coming. Bro, this is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That you guys want to interview me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what? You know what I'm saying? You look back and was like, what?
I think it's cool that you're, you know, Orlando. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, some people come from different states, come here because they have a bigger opportunity with, you know, Cox or whoever, and then they bring them down here. But you've been in Orlando for years. Obviously, when did you leave New York?
94.
Okay, damn.
Yeah. So Puerto Rico, I left there in 85, and then New York, 94.
That's what's up, man. I think
so
that's
you're
awesome.
originally born in Puerto Rico, and then okay.
Mm-hmm. But we first moved to Rochester, New York, which is upstate.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a Buffalo Bills fan forever.
We're
I know, man. We suck. We suck right now.
Even when you think you have a chance, y'all suck.
FSU too, man. Both my teams suck this year.
Who's your other team?
FSU.
Hey, I knew I liked you, bruh. What's up, man?
I get that bullshit out of here.
We gonna see y'all
Fuck
soon.
y'all.
Yo, so Posh, you know, you ain't out of this. What's
Wait, what?
What's your good and bad moment with RX?
Fuck, we're still on this.
Yeah, you ain't say shit. We taking time.
I have another mention though.
We dabbing in and out.
Honorable mention for best moments was the fact after we had that storm that one day at a Brooklyn coffee shop.
Oh yeah,
the day of our live show. Yeah. And we're able to find a spot to host our live show that same day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yola Wine Company.
So what happened was that was our second live show, right? No, third or second?
I think it was second.
So we wanted to do something different. Like people do live shows, but we want to do a live show like chill with us, like we doing the show, not like it's a big old spectate, you know, thing. And so somebody had a connection with this coffee shop, and we liked the vibe. It was chill, you know, it was real intimate. So we did one and popped off, did well. They let us record there just like we record here. Our deal was, hey, we'll do a live show. You can make money off the live show and let us record all the other days. Bet. So like he's saying, the day of promotion, we're promoting like mother effers, bro. We're expecting a great show. That storm in February, out of nowhere, just, well, they had a hole in their roof. Flooded everything. Guys, we can't, you guys can't record here today. I'm talking about 3:30, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so MJ did his thing, you know, did some, you know, shooting some shit out there, and Yola Wine Company, man, we got to thank them forever, bro. They saved a few live shows, but they had a dope spot too, so it kept it intimate. And you know, we got obviously the headphones that we've done with Bernard, which was dope. So yeah, that's but cool. For sure, that was, you know, again, that's another crazy thing that was happening, and we're all on there. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because you don't want to say, hey, we cancel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at that time we're like, yo, bro, we look bummy as shit if we got to say we can't do this shit. But you know, you keep working and you got there.
Yeah, bro. That one thing you remind me of. That's another thing that we have to face too. Like when we got storms coming. And we're a music station. You know, we play hip hop. We talk about, you know, Cardi B, what she do on Instagram. You know, Sway Lee said this. You know, Kim Kardashian did that. Kanye, you know, made an ass of himself again. But when a storm hits or pulse or shit like that happens, it's all hands on.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because like people ask questions like, what's radio? What do you think about radio in the future because of internet and apps and this and that? Look, apps and internet can't be local. So if we got a storm or pulse or something like that happening, they can't come on live and be like, yo, okay, or a storm. Hey, you can go get water on the corner of Bumby and Colonial. You can go get this on the corner of this and this and this. And you turn into like a help, like a helpline basically. So you become like they're basically their family. Yeah. So in return, they respect you. You know what I'm saying? They kind of like you got cable, you still go to Channel 9 News. You still go and see what's going on locally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't, you still always have the radio. Yeah. Hopefully.
Right.
It's 2018, maybe most.
And then we got to turn into like, because now we can't be like, yo, what's good, Cardi B? Now it's like, you got to turn into like a WDBO news reporter.
Guess what I heard?
You got to flip the script. But it's pretty cool because we get to wear all those hats. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, I could do news, we could do this, we could do that. We can go to Channel 9. One day they had me do the SAP for Channel 9. This is when I first started. And we were still partying. So we were still like young, like clowns.
Drunk from the night before?
Right? And drunk from that night. We were smoking on the way to Channel 9. It's like 4 Spanish kids, right? And they told us do SAP, Spanish. And for the hurricane, man, we were there for like 4 hours in this little tiny room. And then we were just listening to the guy on TV talk, and we would just have to translate it. I had my family and friends watching at home, because they're all worried about it. And they knew we were on. We were just joking. We were just sitting there cracking jokes, and because I didn't know what else to say. Yeah. And we're over here saying, basically, the storm ain't moved yet. He's saying it's still in the same spot. I'm getting text messages
and they don't know what the hell you guys are saying either, huh?
My beeper was going crazy.
Yo, my hose, I'm good. I'm over here at the news station.
My time port. I had a time port at the time. Y'all remember those?
Yeah, man. I had the 2-way one where you flip it up. Remember Genuine spoke about those. The 2-way.
I had the time port 2-way.
Wow.
Yes, sir. And the black ones and then the silver ones came out.
I remember the dumb shit I used to do because I had that, but nobody was fucking hitting me up, nigga. I'm just at DP fucking rocking this bitch like just I got swag, nigga. Like, it was ridiculous.
Little mini laptop on your belt,
Mad random. Feel free not to have to answer this, but how much pussy did you get from being on the radio?
Honestly, infinity. Let me tell you something.
I lost count.
No, word up. Let me tell you something. You guys
too much.
No, that shit works against you.
Really,
bro?
They think you out here fucking everybody.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Once they find out, if you meet somebody they don't know, you chilling. Oh, you have a good conversation. I know this guy's cool. Well, what do you do? Oh, I work in the radio station. This and that.
Oh, you get all the hoes.
I bet you get all, and now you got to defend yourself.
Yeah.
So it turns from like just being cool.
That was the most politically correct
I don't get no
answer
honestly,
ever, but
that's real.
No, honestly,
never.
Never. Like not girls you want to chill with. Like like it'd be some ugly ass girls.
20 years, I could see you saying that like around year number 10, like halfway in, like I'm tired of fucking.
But
never. The first 5-10 years, you would.
No.
You better than me because I would have been tearing shit up.
I was scared of shit.
I can get you on the radio.
And I had my girl, like every girl I've had before was like, not to say I didn't have, flings or whatever, in between, but I was like with a girl like 5 years and then 7, and then, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have time to like juggle. Like girls, man, y'all dangerous.
Plus they headaches, dog. Like they get in there, I'm fucking little Sean.
And they start liking you. You hit them up right, that's a wrap.
Yeah, man.
You got to give them the C
right
bro.
pipe.
Yeah, exactly. You can't give them A bro.
C game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take you bashing me. I'm cool.
One, maybe 2 positions.
You saved me, motherfucker.
That's it.
You like get into a rhythm. No rhythm.
For ladies that don't know, there's A game, B game, and C game.
Yeah.
It depends on who the fuck you are. That's what you get.
For the niggas, there is A pussy, B pussy, and D pussy, depending on who the fuck you are.
I got the whole alphabet for us.
I'm like,
you about to
this
get that
nigga.
Z pussy, nigga.
Z pussy is
What's
like
Z pussy?
That's sleepy.
Yeah,
She
that's
farted on your dick.
She fell asleep on that.
And left specs.
This bitch is out there saying that they got grade A.
I got a little dust left in there. Go get that out. Scrape
and they
that
got
out.
Grand Canyon shit. You feel me?
Hit up Intimacy.
Sleepy Hollow.
Hit up Intimacy Cosmetics for your lube.
Hello.
For real.
So, Posh, you gonna dodge this question?
Damn, we're still asking this question.
We gotta ask everybody. We gotta take time. We can't just ask it all at once.
Yo, fam, I think it's time to wrap it up. But The best moment for the RawXchange.
Asking you to come on.
I mean, that was a blessing in itself, of course, but not to toot my own horn. No, my favorite thing was honestly the strip club episode.
Yeah.
I think just bringing, we did an episode at the strip club at Cleo's.
Oh, snap.
Yo, MB's lap dance.
The finest of the finest.
Classy.
Let me tell you. And then we had MB get on stage and we surprised him with a lap dance. Like we said we were gonna just
he ran like a runaway
off
slave.
the stage.
What?
We had to drag him on the
You ran
stage.
from the pussy, bro.
Why?
What was the whole story?
You ran from pussy,
All we
nigga.
know is that's like, hey, come get this lap dance, and this nigga disappeared.
Nigga, hold on. Hey, Trev, we gonna got a lap dance for you. Boom, boom. I'm already gone. We're sitting down. Where the bitch at?
Hey,
this nigga's like, nah, bro. If I gotta bring my ass over there to get you, this is game over.
If you got Tink's ass in your face, bro, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, MJ's eyes.
Yeah, twerk contest on you, nigga. What the fuck?
You thought we wanted you to twerk, nigga? Like, come on, son.
Yo, how many views did we get off that? Did it hit like 40,000 on Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah, it was a lot.
Are y'all the kind of friends that get your man a dance from the ugly girl? Or the
No.
No, they were fire, bro.
I
Okay.
picked them out.
Because I hate that. My birthday in August, man. Pedro, my buddy, he was there, man. And, like, there's fine ass girls in the club, and you think your boy's got kind of
they
like
tried
a
you.
good taste.
What club?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
we went to Crazy Horse because they had just
okay.
opened that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had just opened, so we did like the little birthday party there, or whatever.
That's in Tampa, right?
So
No, that's here.
shout out to E. And so we I'm like, all right, cool. They're like, yo, we're gonna get you a lap dance. And I'm like, oh, she hot. Whoa, what the? I'm like, oh, okay.
I said that, baby.
I'm like, oh, so you can't. You can't say no. Now somebody bought it for you. So what you gonna do? You can't turn it away.
Hell yeah.
You just got. I'm sitting there with my legs closed. With my
Don't
legs
get
closed.
beeped out of your eye.
Oh, man.
No, but I did have an incident. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll tell you a real quick story. At Rachel's, we went for a buddy of mine's a bachelor and bachelorette. Him and his wife, they're crazy. So they went, the little bachelorette party together there at Rachel's. So we're chilling. We get to the bar, get some shots, and then the ugliest stripper is just ugliest one there. Not for nothing, but she was the ugliest one there.
Always
Comes
the
up,
ugliest one.
and we're just sitting there, just talking, and she's like, chilling there, trying to talk, whatever, and then she's like trying to dance, and then she takes off his shit. And we're all like, we move over a little bit, right?
Oh, shit.
Scoot the chair.
So she comes and she asks for money. After that, like,
I hate that, Ian. Remember
she
that?
asked for money.
Yo,
She was like,
listen.
you guys owe me $120. Like,
No.
100 what?
For what?
She's like, I danced for 4 songs for you guys. Like,
Bitch, I didn't
I
ask
was
you.
like, who asked you? Exactly. Like, I was like, who asked you? And then my buddy was like, I ain't asked. So I'm the only one sitting there now. Now the people know me, the managers. So now they're gonna walk over. And then he's like, what's going on? And he's like, this motherfucker, blah, 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 this and that. He's like, yo, you guys gotta pay the lady. I was like, bro. I said, look at me, man. Listen, bro, you know me. I said, you think if I'm gonna get a dance, I'm gonna get it from her?
Real talk.
Bro, she the most busted bitch in this motherfucker. You think I'm gonna
Why
get,
did they even hire her?
And I didn't mean to say it in front of her like that, but she needed to hear that because she was trying to disrespect us with that.
Hell
You feel me?
yeah. If you're trying to play, you got to get called out.
Exactly.
Yo, that was funny. We were in the strip club once. We were at I took him to what's the big one down south? Tootsie's, there you go.
Yeah.
And this chick is just dancing in front of us. And if you know Tootsie's, they have that one section where like guys just sit around and they walk around that little area. And she's just dancing right in front of us, bro. And we like, yeah, keep it moving, bro. Like, where's the next bitch? Like, hey, next is Kiki. Like, yeah, bring Kiki on. This bitch need to move down the line. Like, I don't want this sushi. Keep
I told
the
her,
shit moving.
I went like this.
Dog, and she just still dancing. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, if you do not move your motherfucking ass, like, nigga, we had stacks of $100, and I mean,
That's probably
buns.
that's
and
why
we're
she
like,
stopped.
And then she had long ass peach fuzz.
Like, that's my style.
That shit was nasty.
Nigga,
Oh,
keep
she
it
had
moving.
what?
She had long. She didn't have hair. She just had peach fuzz. You could see that shit. From
She had
the light.
fuzzy sushi.
Yeah.
Where, in the bikini area? Or
Yeah, like everywhere. She was
Bruh.
just like a fuzz.
She was not the one. We were there during the day. You know how sometimes when you go during the day,
Yeah.
you get
Oh,
some
you got
Z,
the day
you
shift.
get the Z strippers.
You got the day shift? Oh, yeah.
Yikes.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
they got 3 kids at home that they nurses at night. Yeah. I know, bro. I know. You know where I'm going after this? I'm going to Rachel's. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what's the
It's
worst?
Steak Tuesday, my brother.
Yo, man, I love going to Rachel's for lunch, man. Shit.
I've never eaten at a strip club.
Bro,
That's
you gotta
sad.
go to Rachel's.
I don't. I
Yo, their
always.
prime,
I know
their
people say
prime
that-
rib
I
on
don't want-
Fridays.
No, their steak period. You get it. No, it's not like a commercial. $15 on Tuesdays for a steak, potato, and a salad
with extra pussy gravy. I'm good,
bro. It's the shit. Me and my buddy I got like 7-8 buddies, bro. They go every Tuesday just to go eat.
That's what's up.
They don't even go for the bitches. Office. That's fucked up.
Oh, I like that. They bring to the office for the steak.
They go to the office. I'll see you at the office. You know.
That's what's up, bro.
They need to do someplace like that for ladies.
That's funny though, man.
I love strippers though, so to me, I definitely would go to Rage. I go to Cleo's all the time. That I know it's fucked up on the outside, but the girls in the inside.
No, I know. I like Cleo's.
They just gotta.
It just sounds like somebody's house, right? Like, where y'all going? I just go to Cleo's. Like, all right, well, tell him I'm coming over. You know, like, I'm sure he cool with it. Should I bring a 12-pack? Like.
Oh my God! Well, we want to thank you for coming on our show and just sharing your experience with us and just
really appreciate that.
Vibing out and being the cool person that you are. We appreciate it.
We definitely gotta have you back.
Word up, anytime, really man. Appreciate you guys, man. Continued success, man.
Thank you.
You guys have a hell of a vibe, going on, man. Just keep it going, bro. I know I'll see you guys. We trying. Pretty soon I'm gonna have you guys on the show interviewing y'all.
Yeah,
how does it feel now living in LA?
Fuck these niggas.
So you took the whole can.
No, that reminds me real quick. I'm tired of hearing about Calabasas and rap songs. The other day, somebody just brought it up, and I'm like, nigga, I know you ain't been to Calabasas. And if you were, you was there for 4 hours driving by, my nigga. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, Kanye made me disappointed about a lot of shit. Now I don't want to hear about Calabasas no more.
I hear Calabasas just means pumpkin for me, bro.
Yeah, Calabasas.
That's what's up. Well, like we said, man, we really appreciate it, and we can't wait to have you on next time, man.
Appreciate it.
But for everybody, till the next time, peace. Welcome to the RawXchange, where we say what the fuck we feel.